You're on the record. All cell phones off, please. Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna go number 2, roll call. Yauer?
Here.
Rosales here. Shindo?
Here.
Hummel? Not here. Carol?
Here.
Stand up for the opening prayer, please. Dear Heavenly Father, please take care of our military wherever they may be. Please bring them back safely to their families. Please send us the more rain that we much need. Please help us make the best decision for the county. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, number 5, discuss, approve, disapprove lifting the county burn ban order. Arthur P. Yauer.
All right, we had a lot of calls. Sheriff gets a lot of calls. I've had about 10 requests from people when we're going to lift the burn ban. I know there's a lot of stuff out there that needs to burn. We know fire danger is not over. We know that there's still a possibility there's going to be dry winds blowing in the afternoons, wet in the mornings, and I feel like we should lift the burn ban. We had 2 opinions here, one from J.G. Folbury. He says basically, bottom line is do not lift the burn ban. It is not the popular thing to do, but the right thing to do, to not lift it. So, is that the way you read it?
Yeah, well, I kind of got to talk to some people about the email earlier, but I talked to Charlie this morning and I asked him if he didn't mind if I announced his name. I didn't want to burn him or anything, but I talked with him and he said what he was afraid of too, and what I'm afraid of too, that if we get a dry winter, and we're not going to be able to, and then we get another spell in the summer and we're not going to be able to burn, people aren't going to be able to burn till next year sometime. And I think we got enough rainfall to where we could burn at least for the next 2 weeks, and we could revisit this at the end of the month.
Put it back on October 31st.
Yeah, because I get calls all the time. I know the sheriff gets bombarded with calls, but I get calls all the time about the burn ban. People want to burn, and I know, I'm hoping that nothing serious happens, but I think that people really do, because you go all over the county and people got, I mean, they need to burn.
As long as they burning within reason, I don't think we have a problem with it.
And most people are going to use common knowledge. They're not just going to light up a fire, I wouldn't believe.
The ones that want to burn,
Yeah.
they know what they want to burn.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead. Is Art, go ahead and read this.
All right.
Shelby Duke sent a email to Judge Shaw, and he recommended not lifting the burn ban, but down at the bottom he says, if you and the court should elect to remove the burn ban, I recommend the following. Consult with the local fire departments and review their capabilities, mainly manpower needed. Establish a permit procedure with specific guidelines allowing such activity. And 3, possibly establishing zones when they would be allowed to burn, so there are not various parts of the county burning at the same time. 4, those that burn, fire gets away, must somehow compensate the fire department's responding. So that's Shelby's recommendations.
I think those are really, really good recommendations, but I think since if we're gonna lift it today, and by the time we get this into order, we'll have to place it in again. Because they are real good recommendations, especially the one about burning on one side of the county, not all over, because you know, once we lift it, there's gonna be burning everywhere.
Okay.
But
Can we put the stipulation that if they do call their fire department, let them know that they are burning?
well, they should know that automatically.
They should tell them also, that's a good thing.
Yeah. That will hurt.
And also the sheriff's office.
I'm sure Radio Cam will make an announcement for the public announcement.
I'm sure they will.
I'm sure.
I'll tell them that.
Okay, that's fine with me, but if we do that, then when is it gonna, I know if we lift it now, if that's the way it goes, and somebody makes a motion, if we lift it now, then when will they be able to burn? When is the radio gonna make that announcement?
Start
They
today.
can start right after we, if anybody hears about it, they can start like 10 minutes after we get through left it.
I'm sure if you call 990, they'll put it on the air.
Automatic,
One of their
right away.
meetings, Right away.
And I've told people, once this is over with today, I said, call the sheriff's department, and we will know, yes or no, if the burn ban's been lifted. And I tell people that all the time, especially if you burn off big areas or big brush piles, because we're gonna get the calls in on 911. And I said, would you please, but I tell this to everybody across the county, you know, sometimes it gets there, sometimes it don't. Call the sheriff's department, give them a heads up, so people won't be calling it in, and we have to route it to troops like Charlie's or Kennedy's or Rungy or Gillette. Please call it in so we can nip it in the bud, because the dispatch is the main nerve of calling people out. So, and I asked them to do that. A lot of them don't do it. They just get out there and start burning stuff. So,
There's already been some burning in the county.
Well, that way,
Illegal.
if, somebody calls in and reports you there's a fire out there, at least they called in, it's a controlled burn.
it's a controlled burn.
And they don't be taking everybody out there.
Right.
And it's just common sense, you know. I try to, you know, over the last several years, I've told people, I said, if you get ready to burn a big area, you know, please call it in, because as soon as you light that thing up, they're gonna start calling. If you don't tell us, they're gonna rally the troops, especially the fire department and the sheriff's department. They go out there and you got a controlled burn.
Yeah, you wish.
You're wasting everybody's time and effort. Like I said, a lot of people just do it because they want to do it. They don't call nobody. I wish Mr. Baker would put that in the paper, you know. Would you please contact your authorities that you're going to do, especially a big burn. You know, not, you know, burning trash in the open pit. If you're going to burn off some acres for a bunch of big brush piles.
Yeah, that's what Charlie said he would want, and the media could put it on the paper to go ahead and contact the sheriff's department, the fire departments, so there won't be people calling left and right. So your motion is to go ahead and lift it with that in the paper, and we'll call 990.
Okay, when can we reasonably have it start? Immediately after this meeting?
Yes.
Mr. Butler?
I think, yes, I don't see any reason why not, because we probably need to call the fire department, so well, Charlie will be in the know. And so, and they're not gonna run out there right away and start burning, it'll be later this afternoon when they start to burn anyway, probably. So I wouldn't see anything wrong with it, effective right now.
Like it right now.
Well, whenever y'all do this, I mean.
Do y'all know about the winds, how high the winds can be for safe burning?
When you start the fire, the wind will blow.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Simple.
Simple as that, right?
About fire, but it draws the wind.
But if they prepared for it,
Because with the cold front tonight, it's gonna be 10 to 15 tonight, and then tomorrow's gonna be highs of 20 to 30, and then tomorrow night's gonna drop back down to 10 to 15. I don't know, don't quote me on this, but isn't it like 20? If it's over 20, it's dangerous, or it's under, I'm not really sure. I took some classes for that years ago, but I don't remember.
well, I got some information on the internet the other day that said the world was gonna end on December 21st next year. They got an update on it late yesterday, it's gonna be the 18th, whatever, Friday, coming Friday, so it won't make any difference.
I don't recall.
Well,
Okay, I don't recall it either.
Just trying to help, Sheriff.
Well, before we go into a motion here, is there any public comments? Anybody want to say anything?
I just want to see y'all gonna have the burn ban going, taking off. I got shit to burn right now, I gotta go burn some stuff.
You got
Is it
it?
gonna go effect right now?
If it
Pass
gets
it
passed,
so I can go start a fire. I'm gonna tell the sheriff where I'm gonna be, and I'm gonna be quiet.
I just wanted to make sure if anybody had a public comment, that's pretty good public comment.
Okay,
Just sit down and be quiet.
I'm sitting down, just like you are, Bobby.
Pete, you want to put that, you want to make that into your motion, and
All right,
with that stipulation that they need to call?
okay, I will make a motion that we lift the burn ban. But before they burn, they need to call the fire department, notify them, they need to use caution. And don't start burns in the afternoon, when the humidity is down, or the winds are blowing.
And they need to sheriff department.
Call sheriff.
Call the sheriff's department, call the sheriff's department,
Yeah, and the fire department.
and the fire department.
You need to call both of them?
I would recommend that.
Yeah, it'd work if you can call sheriff department, because that's.
Well, that's where they report them anyway, is it sheriff department? They usually call 911.
I guess
Most
the
of the
fire departments would be out of
volunteer, they
courtesy.
don't have an office.
Yeah.
No, they don't have an
If
office.
you're closer to the one in Karnes City, if you're closer to the one in Kennedy, if you're closer, I think that'd be out of courtesy.
It's a courtesy deal, but like I said, everything's dispatch out.
Do I hear a second?
I'll
Do I hear a
second this
second?
motion.
I second the motion.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. No opposed. Goes through. Number 6, adjourn.
I second the motion.
All in favor, say aye. Aye.
You're off the record.
You got it, right? Thank you.
There is